The Los Angeles Chargers are stuck in a difficult situation. Their poor playoff exit has revealed the true state of their roster. There are several positions where gaps have become evident. However, the good news is that under coach Jim Harbaugh's first year, the Chargers performed much better than before and reached the playoffs for the first time since 2018. The Los Angeles Chargers have some heavyweight names heading to free agency this offseason, with running back J.K. Dobbins near the top of the list. Dobbins enjoyed a strong season on his one-year prove-it deal, but also battled injuries that forced him into that type of contract in the first place. Let's have a look at whether the Chargers should re-sign Dobbins or not. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. Before we get into the contract talks, let's break down what Dobbins brought to the table in 2024. Despite joining the Chargers on a prove-it deal, the numbers tell an impressive story. Operating in a rotation-heavy backfield, Dobbins accumulated 905 rushing yards on just 195 carries. That's a stellar 4.6 yards per carry. Even more impressive, he found the end zone 9 times on the ground. Let's talk efficiency. In Week 1 against the Raiders, Dobbins exploded for 135 yards on just 10 carries. That's a mind-boggling 13.5 yards per attempt. He followed that up with another monster performance against Carolina, racking up 131 yards on 17 carries. Both games resulted in crucial wins for the Chargers. But here's where things get interesting. While Dobbins showcased his explosive potential with a season-long run of 61 yards and multiple games over 6 yards per carry, the injury concerns that led to his prove-it deal did surface. The stats show some volume inconsistency. He had 5 games with fewer than 15 carries, suggesting either load management or availability issues. In the passing game, Dobbins proved reliable when called upon, hauling in 32 of 38 targets for 153 yards. Perhaps most importantly for a running back seeking a new contract, he didn't put the ball on the ground once all season. 0 fumbles across 195 carries and 32 receptions. That's the kind of ball security that gets you paid. Now, let's talk money, and trust me, these numbers are fascinating. According to Spotrac, Dobbins' projected market value sits at $7.3 million per year, potentially looking at a 3-year, $22 million deal. That's a massive jump from his 2024 salary of $1.6 million. But is he worth it? Let's dive into analytics. Looking at his 2024 production per dollar, Dobbins delivered exceptional value. Each rushing yard cost the Chargers just $1,767, while each touchdown came at a price tag of about $178,000. When you break down the efficiency metrics from his 195 carries, the numbers become even more compelling. Throughout the season, Dobbins consistently showed his explosive potential. He put together 4 games averaging over 6 yards per carry, highlighted by that eye-popping 61-yard run that reminded everyone of his game-breaking ability. He proved he could be a reliable workhorse, posting 9 games with over 50 rushing yards and several multi-touchdown performances, including that crucial 2-touchdown showing against Cleveland that helped secure a vital win. But here's where the contract discussion gets tricky. While the raw numbers support a significant payday, his usage pattern tells a different story. In his highest volume game, Dobbins handled 25 carries against Denver, but his workload wasn't consistently at that level. The fact that he had 6 games with fewer than 15 carries might raise some eyebrows for teams considering a long-term investment. His playoff performance against Houston, where he managed just 26 yards on 9 carries, adds another layer to this complex discussion. While one game shouldn't define a player's value, it's certainly a data point teams will consider during negotiation. When you compare his projected $7.3 million to his proven efficiency, maintaining 4.6 yards per carry while never putting the ball on the ground, it might actually be a reasonable investment. The versatility in his game often goes underappreciated. Beyond his rushing prowess, Dobbins showed reliable hands in the passing game, securing 32 receptions on 38 targets. That's an 84% catch rate. Combined with his pass protection skills, we're looking at a true 3-down back, something that's becoming increasingly rare in today's NFL. Age is another fascinating factor in this equation. At just 26 years old, Dobbins theoretically hasn't hit his prime yet. When you look at his pedigree as a former second-round pick, combined with his 2024 performance, there's a strong argument for structuring a contract around playing time incentives. This could be a win-win situation. Dobbins gets paid when he's on the field producing, and the team protects itself against potential availability concerns. The numbers here tell a critical story that any team, including the Chargers, must consider carefully. Looking at his career trajectory, there's a clear pattern that can't be ignored. His rookie year showed promise with 15 games played, but what followed was a roller coaster of availability issues. This isn't just about games missed. It's about the ability to rely on consistent production throughout a 17-game season plus playoffs. The 2024 statistics show that even in his healthiest recent season, load management was a necessary part of keeping him on the field. So, what's the ideal scenario here? Let's crunch the numbers one last time. The sweet spot appears to be a 2 to 3 year incentive-laden deal. Looking at his 2024 performance metrics, this structure makes perfect sense. When available, Dobbins proved he could be explosive. The connection to Harbaugh's system is fascinating because it aligns perfectly with Dobbins' statistical profile. His 0 fumbles in 2024, combined with a solid 84% catch rate on his targets, show he can be that reliable piece in a multiple-back system. The numbers suggest he's most effective when used as a high-impact rotational piece rather than an every-down workhorse. Looking at the complete picture, 905 yards, 9 touchdowns, and that stellar 4.6 yards per carry, it's clear Dobbins can still be a difference maker, but the key lies in smart usage and contract structure. A performance-based deal protects both sides while potentially unlocking his best football yet. That's it for today's analysis, folks. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would you take a chance on Dobbins with an incentive-based deal? Hit that subscribe button for more NFL contract breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one.